University halls or private hostels? What is going to be best for you? Also, commuting from home or sleeping in hostels during university? What is going to be best for you? Welcome to my channel, Mr. Jackson Educates, and I am your host, Mr. Jackson. Here we talk about all about your education and career guidance. I know that so many of you are planning to go for your university studies. However, you're torn in between different kind of decisions to make for your university. Some of you are thinking, should I commute from home or should I go into university hostels? And some of you are torn in between. Should I sleep in university halls? Those are hostels owned by the university. Or should I go for private owned hostels which are outside the university? Those are really crucial decisions, and actually they can determine how you go about your education at university. And in this video, I want to dissect the cons and pros of hostels and commuting from home, cons and pros of government owned or university owned halls or hostels vis-a-vis private owned hostels or halls. So in this video, we're gonna talk about that. But first, let's talk about commuting from home and sleeping in a hostel. What's best? Let's start from there. Now, I won't say that hostels are better than commuting from home, or commuting from home is better than sleeping in hostels. I remember when I was at university, I used to commute from home. I never went to the hostels. Reason being, I was actually not able to afford hostel fees. When I calculated the transport I used from home and the fee which the cost of living in hostel, it was much cheaper for me to commute from home. So that's the reason why I chose home commuting from sleeping in hostel when I was at university. But your case might be different. Some of you travel all the way from different states to study your university from another state, from a different district, and you travel all the way to another district to study your university because you don't have relatives in the state or the district where the university is located that you're going to be studying from. You choose hostel, and that is perfect. But I'm thinking of a student who is able to access the university, like the university is not so far from where they are staying, like they don't need to travel hours to go to the university. I guess that student would be okay for them to do commute like I did, and I don't regret that choice that I made. So some of the advantages of commuting are these. It is quite cheaper or quite affordable depending on the distance. For my case, it was quite cheaper and affordable. The second thing, I didn't get disconnected from my family. You stay in contact with your family. At least over the weekend you're home, and also every day you get an opportunity to be home. That's another advantage that I would think about commuting from home than staying at hostel. Now let's talk about the advantage of staying in hostel. One of the biggest advantages of staying in hostels is that it gives an opportunity to students who come from very far district to attend good universities which are not found in their districts. So that's advantage number one of hostels, that it gives opportunity to students, even international students, to be able to study from universities of their choices. Number two, security. When you are as a hostel student, there is security in terms of having evening lectures. Evening lectures usually commence from around 3 p.m. to around 10 p.m. at night. Now imagine going back home. Some of the students don't come from very safe areas. Now if you're in hostel, it's gonna save you from risking it on the road. Instead, you're gonna go to your hostel, and some hostels have buses, have hostel vans that pick you and take you back to hostel. That's another advantage of hostels. Another advantage of hostels, if you are an academic student who is academically or academic oriented and soaked in books, hostel is gonna be a place for you for your concentration, because in hostel you're gonna have all the time to read or to concentrate, not being distracted by home chores and other home related stuff. So that's another advantage of staying in hostels. This hostel life is going to prepare you for your life after university, because after university we get jobs, we get work, and we get to leave our homes. Now imagine you've never been alone before. You're going to find a hard time. But since you've been in a hostel all by yourself, it's gonna be easy for you to transition into real life situation. Now let's see the advantages between a private hostel and a government hall. The number one advantage that you're gonna get: government hostels or government halls are so affordable. The cost is so affordable. You're gonna enjoy that at government halls. Another thing, government halls provide meals for the students. In case you don't have enough money, you're gonna be provided with meals when you go to a government-owned hall or government hostels that are attached to the universities. You're gonna be catered for when it comes to food. There is maximum security. You are under the security of the university. That's another beautiful thing. Now, if you're also planning to go into politics, university politics, if you are attached or you're coming from a government hall or a government-owned hostel, you have an advantage because your first support is the people in your hall. It's gonna be easy for you to go into politics when you are under the government hostels. So that's the advantage. Those are the advantages a government hostel has vis-a-vis the privately owned hostels. Then also convenience. I think that's the most important. Convenience on a rainy day. I don't care which kind of weather. The hostel or the hall is within the university premises, so you don't get to be disrupted by the rainy season. And also, if you are a parent, you're having your child, and perhaps your child is a girl child, and you want your child to stay safe, government halls would be safer, because government halls are in the way that there is a designated hall or hostel for only girls and a designated hostel for only boys, which is not the case when it comes to some private owned hostels. It's a mixture of boys and girls, so you don't know what happens in there. But government owned halls and within universities are regulated, so your child is protected. So I think those are some of the best things about government hostels compared to privately owned hostels. And also, your child lives a modest life. There is not so much competition like other private owned hostels. So that's it. If you feel this video was beneficial for you, give it a like, subscribe, so you can even leave a comment. It can help my channel to grow, so I can bring you more educational videos like this. Thank you for watching. In case you want to know anything about university, leave it in the comment section. And you can also tell us more about what you think is better: government hostels, private hostels, or commuting from home. Tell us what you're thinking about this kind of a situation. Till we meet next time, take care.